Hey, Zero. Welcome to the madness. Oh boy, did I do that? Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do that on stream. Alright. Synced. There was progress. Some. In short, I hate wind. Wind sucks. Wind is awful. Mm-hmm. Yes, it just blows and blows and blows until I've died about 100 times. And then it keeps blowing because it's like that. So, it turns out something slipped my mind after last time we did this. It seems I never did the actual clear of Battle in the Big Keep as part of the New Game Plus run, so we're gonna have to do that now, unsynced. Yes. Because I am prepared. I am totally prepared for this. So, let's get in there and get it done. If I remember right, this was actually a bit of a pain to do unsynced, but still faster than waiting in queue, though, so much faster than that. Oop. No, we don't need to watch the cutscenes again. Yep, that's why this one's annoying. I'm the only one to be turned into a chicken. Only one available for that. Oh. Sorry, ain't can do. This part should go pretty quickly, though. Goodbye, Greg. It was nice knowing you, Greg. I liked you. And it's not like we're never gonna see you again, I'm sure. Not at all. We'll never see you again. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Now we can continue with the actual actual plot. Not. Ha! I lied again. You can take that fussy old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power, and not save the strongest of swords will suffice. Warrior of Light, you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. Fuck! For as sure as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine own. Till we meet again! You are not getting my chakrams. Alright. So, here we go. What ho, Aeolette? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver the coup de grace together. About that. Never mind. The battle has already been won? That is triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. What's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? That away. Yeah. And that away, and that away, and... Aeolette, what news of the Primal and the Treaty Blade? Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Silda. To think they were locked away in the vaults of those who destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. And just how did you come to know of these long-lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magical legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. Ah, what I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. It's just what sort of incantation is this? The rain casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true, as Zima's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Hi, Nashu. Over here, friends. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that. I swear unto you, then... oh my. My world, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. Shiny. Skyward ho! Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been as much use to us then. Inspector! Oh, Inspector! Wait for me! Balls, Hildy. First, you almost die at your foremother's feet. Now you fly off to God knows where without even giving her a kiss goodbye? Ho! It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So, in the end, the sealed-down incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it is not quite as sharp as it used to be. Hey, Carl! How's it going? Welcome to our extraordinaire investigations extraordinaire. That's yeah. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the peace of Beldia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes, it's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end. The bloody bastard. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye? A curious scent wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land? Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there. Something, 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 something. Hildebrand will return. I think that was a legitimate question mark at the time, too. I don't think they were actually planning to bring him back. They, of course, eventually did. Because they had to, of course. It's necessary. Alright, so that's the end of the that's the end of that one. Oh, this is a new game plus. Let's go ahead and clear that though. Alright. So now, side story. Further Hildebrand adventures. Let us commence. Oh, wait. Well, let me go ahead and read this then. Nashu Makaraka arrives in Ishgard in search for a mentor, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, who went flying through the skies after solving his greatest case to date. Has Eorzea's foremost gentleman and scholar once again survived against all odds, that he might lend his ever-insightful eye to the residents of the Holy See? The game is once again afoot. You are very rude, Mr. Zaire. Very, very rude indeed. Let us begin. Okay. A gentleman falls rather than flies. To Ishgard we go. All right. And let's head. That looked like that was by the market. I think that was over here. Yes, there she is. Hi, Nashu. Well, I'll be Aeolette Silora, in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Core, I was hoping you would silently agree. So, I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Alright. Have you seen a gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I've had dealings with a man as you describe. Alright. What about you? Good evening to you, madam. Oh, you're looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander? Hmm. I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhap Mistress Elise does? She is well acquainted with a rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. Alright. I sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, aye, but I not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. Hey, do you not realize you're speaking to a Highlander here? That's rude. That's just rude. Seriously. The gall of some people. Alright. As ever, a warm welcome to you, miss. How might I be of service? Tall heroes can't recognize their own. This is canon. This is not canon. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you seek. Begging your pardon, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildebrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume? I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmont, or so it is rumored. Surely, as a ward of House Fourtemps, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask after him at the manor. Yes, we were a ward of House Fourtemps for reasons related to the entire plot of Heavensward. Cor! I knew it was serendipity. To Fourtemps Manor. Alright. Oh, let's see. Oh, what am I doing? Let's just... Aetherites are a thing. They're totally a thing. And I totally remember them. I remember they exist. I do. I do, really. See? I remembered. Okay. Well met, Mistress Cellera. Do you require assistance? Ah, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmont is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah! We found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort, not to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well. We humbly accept your offer. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, not you. Looks like someone else possibly doing this quest. And we wait. And we wait. And we wait. And now we get to stop waiting. Just kidding, we have to wait for the camera to pan. That must be Inspector Hildebrand. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk coercion of air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates body and mind both, a welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you. I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions? Lord Godward, but I thought... Hildy and Ishgard? This is the first I've heard of it. Aha! I found you at last, heretic. Yes, you, the hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. No one expects the Ishgardian Inquisition. I beg your pardon. This man is an Uldan merchant, here at the behest of House Four Temps. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Four Temps? Then he couldn't possibly be... Yeah, he dressed for the weather. Is he wearing pants? That does happen in the game. I wouldn't have thought it. Though there were these two wards but they were acquitted of all charges in a trial by combat. And if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to. Oh dear. Oh, yep. Nope. No pants. Still no pants. Of course not. Why would he ever wear pants? 1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Steer, and as you may have guessed, I am an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. I can read. I promise. Ho ho ho! A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me? Aye, a man, rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some may say. This heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could he be a fan? Say again? You are acquainted with such a man? I see. And the man you were looking for is Lord Godward's son? It would seem that our investigations may be connected. So, I put to you a proposal. The first reported sightings of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhap we should journey there together? It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the self-same individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Ayelet. This looks to be our best lead yet. Then I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there's a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it is settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. And this is where Ayelet is thinking I should have packed a coat. What am I doing? Come on. My brain is misfiring hotkeys. And now, brrr. Brrr. Alright. Hello, Mr. Redwold. Mr. Celera, are these your traveling companions? I have to admit, at this moment, I'm actually extraordinarily proud of myself that I can remember how to pronounce the last name that I myself made up from Swedish and Latin words. Anyway, the mysterious muscular vagabond? Ah, yes. A patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way. The sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Okay, I don't know. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, Halone as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Soon, no one really will expect the Ishgardian Inquisition. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you might as well begin your search near the Dusk Vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwolf. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share in the glory. The hunt continues. Onward to the Dusk Vigil. I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Oops. The hunt... Oh, wait, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yep, nothing to do but fly there. Because we are in Heavensward when they did not yet start adding multiple Aetherites to zones. Unfortunate that. But that's okay, because Aelid always loves spending time with Kirby. Even when it's flying through horribly frigid air. Cloudy old western Coerthus. Apparently we're not gonna get one of those rare clear days in here you love so much, Zero. Or maybe 3:12 a.m. I think the weather changes are at 4 a.m. Or maybe 8. I don't remember. All right, there's people. We have found people. Let us survey. How is he colder than me? Really? Really? Fury, take me. It's freezing. Bah, this is a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this God's forsaken wasteland. Over there, look. Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector! Inspector, is that you? I see, Godbert did not feel the need for his coat. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zombie Brand's compatriots, I'll fare you all this fine evening. We are cold, sir. Very cold. Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. He's not a heretic. He's one of the gentle dead men. We'll use that name. We'll use that name for our heavy metal band when we get to forming one. What brings you so far from Old Ogden, sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence. So when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as emissaries and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Ah, truly? Every last one dead? That is to say, irrevocably dead? If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing. You understand? Then, my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Corthus? Look at that sad face. You're making me feel so bad here, Nashu. I might cry. Well, instead, let's just advance the dialogue. Now, do not fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Deadman, our fates and our ether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir, you can guide us to Inspector Hildebrand? As surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. His nose smells out fresh brains, but it's taking him to Hildebrand? Wait, no, I won't pursue that line of thought. No. One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness, which must needs be burned out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it, they left us behind. Alright. Seer's look of utter confusion is one you know all too well. Of course, we're in Hildebrand questline. That's just standard. Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. No. No, not anymore. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Aelet. Alright. How far do we gotta fly this time? Oh, not terribly far. That's good. This time we can see Ruby Carbuncle. Actually, I might as well use some of the other mounts while we're doing this. Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombie Brand is indeed nearby, but there's also something else. May have a powerful magic, confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area. Now, see here? These wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Aelet can handle herself, true, and you've clearly no reason to fear death, but what of Mistress Nashu? Ah, I take your meaning. My good zombie, Aelet. Pray see to the lady's protection. For a second there, I thought he was calling Ailette his good zombie. I was confused. Inquisitor Seer, would you care to take the lead? Come on, you two. The inspector is out there somewhere. You're gonna just run off now, aren't you? Oh, at least you ran off the side of the zombie. Okay. Oh, right. We were gonna play with some of the other mounts. Yeah. Let's ride in a tank. Oh. There we are. Look, Ailette, that's gotta be the inspector. And he's surrounded by giant, fluffy, man-shaped gazebos. Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Ailette can save Master Hildebrand now. Must I? Oh, okay, fine, I'll do it. I don't know why I decided to start tactical steps there. Or technical steps. Oh, okay, gentlemanly legs. Let us see what the gentlemanly legs are. I like that expression on her face. Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. Oh, but this just won't do. We gotta get you out of there before you catch cold. This does not look like a good approach. Up, and Adam! Everyone is waiting for you. Forgive me if I pull any harder. My arms are likely to tear. Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Furry, take me. Is that my heretic? Confound it, I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildebrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating like last time. Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. Hildebrand, Heliodor, Maximilian, wake up right this instant! Just like the way my dad used to wake me. Brings back memories. Was it the Manderville meteor strike? Or the Manderville meteor drive? Bah, maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go. Oh, that's odd. Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert. Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Corythus? And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course, who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality, unbound by the laws of logic? You have, good sir. You have. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that? When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. Stop dancing, Godbert. Seriously. A little Lalafellan girl. How adorable. Nashu, please. Note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike my own. She's clearly a Lalafellan boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two could not possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently awake him and ascertain his identity. There, that ought to do it. What? What is this place? Who am I? Hildebrand, I think your face is malfunctioning. You might want to get that looked at. It would seem that although Father's ungentle administrations served to restore this young boy to life, they've also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be all right. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then can you help me to remember? Hearken to me now, for I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesiac Hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get us started on a batch of Nashu's Delights. Ah, effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi lacks the hardy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi? Is that my name? When you woke, you were muttering Gigi Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you, so until such time as we learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that's just a sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi? I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am? And hello, Scarlet. Thanks for the raid. I kind of expected that might be happening, but thank you very, very much for that. And thank you for the follow, Rin. That's very nice of you. Very helpful. Thank you guys very much. And we are now we have started the Heavensward part of the Hildebrand storyline, and I would say things are getting weird, but that's just par for the course for this. Oh, thanks, Lux. I really appreciate it. This has been a good week for follows. I really appreciate you guys helping out with that. This has been a great week. All right. Oh, let's see. Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. So yeah, out of events that would be a little complicated to explain here, we accidentally unearthed this boy, or they're calling him a boy. He actually appears to be a mammoth, but we will see. Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. Yeah, you know, I'm feeling the same way. I mean, you can see over on the left there, Ayelet did not dress for this weather. Totally forgot to grab a coat. Bound for Thanalan? Then allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer, though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. Oh, yeah. Godbert is, that is his usual state of dress. We sometimes see him wear shirts and jackets. We do not ever see him wear pants. The man never wears pants. Unfortunate that. Anyway, this is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mistress Nashu's protestations, the inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Yes. Unique and special individual. And this guy again? Oh, speak with Seer and Foundation. Okay, good. We can go somewhere slightly warmer. All right. So there he is. Yes, he. I know it's kind of difficult to tell with his character model, but yeah, that's a he. Fury, take me, that man. Ah, Ayelet. I suppose you have heard the news then? That Inspector Hildebrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity? No, actually we hadn't heard that, but that result sounds quite expected. If you were looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's know where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil, sickness which has since been purged. Sickness will be purged. Sorry, reference for later. So, it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the inspector will turn up again like a bad gill, and when he does, trouble is sure to follow. Yeah, those of you who play this will eventually get to a dungeon called the Vault, and let's just say they turn the ham up to 11. All right. On to the next segment then. I pray this morn finds you well, Aelet, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. 'Twas unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold. Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Nod. Yep. Fury be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I wouldn't count on that. I'm given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Four Temps Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. I'm a little surprised Nashu would keep going by a wild gazebo. Alright. So, Last Vigil is the closest Aetheryte. And over here. A miserable wretch, yeah. So much ham in that dungeon. Verily shall we scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. I suggest we start somewhere in between those two. Yeah. Yes, the cold cuts indeed. Huzzah! A grand adventure in the devious pit of the seven hells. Just so. Such is the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Well posed, ye... Well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Seriously, by the way I'm reading right now, you'd think that, you know, I spent the earlier hours streaming, you know, just reading a bunch of Celeste instead of, you know, hundreds of deaths. But, well, what do you know? Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Oh, Ishgard organization names. Oh. I hereby command you to surrender that mammoth of suspected heretical origin into my custody. I'll be sending you a bill for my throat surgery, Seer. Why, hello there, Aelet, and Inquisitor Seer, ever the Jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic when 'tis plain to see that he is merely a precious young lad. Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl, as if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity. Nashu, please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago? That's because you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what. Mistress Salura, Inspector Seer, what is all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh, Lord Edmont, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this mammoth on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the Inspector before you arrived. At which point they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? Yes, that's the pressing issue here. Just clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me, not you two. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine. But even supposing this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition has determined that he is not a threat. I beg your pardon? Miraculous resuscitation? And here we explain. I see. Then until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Manderville. I will even stand as witness here and now, if you wish. Hi, kitty. Hello. Say hi to Kitty, everyone. Adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father? Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, yes, of course, I'll do it. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Manderville. Papa Hildy! Papa Hildy! The Inspector's finally become a father. It's so beautiful. Quite. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap, by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmont. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son, we must away. Oh, Haloni, I would not presume to question your grand design, but... Gah! Confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I'm still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent. Okay, of course I can't. Oh, let's see, where is this at? Oh, I guess we might as well just walk there then. You guys can see the wonderful Ishgardian architecture. Let us take a little shortcut. Totally didn't hurt. We do that all the time. Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand matter of house dirt, Pray do not fill the void, the mammoth's head, with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Halonic inquisitory doctrine. I should know, I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain that there is no house and that it is a ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house, but which recently stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. I blame you and your choke puns, Carl. I almost went into chocobos. You are responsible for this, yes. Okay, so they're on a foundation. Yeah, Sky Steel Manufacturing. Alright, Sky Steel Manufacturing. Oh wait, down here. At least you kept the pun count above the death count. That's good. That's promising. Splendid specimen of horse bird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and I just kind of did it, didn't I? And any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself. How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos. Really? It might help. Sniff, sniff. It didn't. You know, just because you found him in a Coerthan snowbank, it doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from across the Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. I assume that nod was, see? See? See how easy it is to get into these things? But I want one. I want one. Buy me a chocobo. Please, Father. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Gigi! Gigi! Am I that strange-looking? Poor Gigi. Alright, where are we going this time? Oh, Jeweled Crozier, of course we're going there. To the Jeweled Crozier. Why bother? It's no use. Now, Gigi. You must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise you days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits! I don't remember if Briarden is, but honestly, I'd be just as happy if that total jerk was not part of this arc. Yes. Oh boy. My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? That's a fair description, actually. One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at last assessment. 'Twas over 700 years ago and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. I can actually afford that. 100. Oh wait, 100 million gil? I must have misread that. I cannot afford that. Oh, Halone, why have you forsaken me? Ah, boy. Well, that's a neat trick. Well, would you look at that? That's a useful ability. It's a miracle. Nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself. Or maybe one of the other 11 gods, who knows. Did I do that? Yeah, that's right. The Saint Arbiter, Arbitine, Scothostalit, or whatever that is. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But yeah. I don't think we'll do that on stream. That really wasn't all that interesting, so. GG, my boy. That was marvelous. You're a born artisan, just like father. Yeah, basically Ishgard College. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with that. Papa Hildy's Papa? You're a grandpapa, Godbert. The man who woke you with a few gentle taps to the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very powers of life and death. Hi, Kitty. Hi. I need you not on the desk right now, but thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Do not demean this mammoth's power as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. This mammoth? Sir, I say, sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. Nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless face. My word, is that what passes for trade in Ishgard? Genie is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth. Gigi, whatever has gotten into you? You are my son. You are a Manderville man. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Manderville girl, through and through. Yes, let's confuse the poor thing further. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they can weather the storm, then so can I. I can't possibly imagine Hildebrand testing his parents' patience. Can any of you? I say we find out what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Oh, never mind. Hildebrand knows in his heart that love transcends dimensions of time and space, definitions of man and a machine. How deep. The course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildebrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. Yes, that's all very... Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentry stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If, Fury help us, he has left Ishgard, we need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed. Does anyone recall when we started taking orders from him? Oh, right, it was this moment. Oh, let's head to back to the Aetherite. Yes. Yes, so it does. So it does. We must. We must obey. Let's see. Looks like it's down here, or kind of looks like. I think maybe it's up there. Oh, jeez, yes. Let's just walk into a pillar. Why not? There we are. Everyone, meet Sir Heavensward. I'm very sorry for your tragic name, sir. Little fellow with a wide-brimmed hat? Aye, he came through here. Bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them, what's the name? Lalafels, right? Funny little buggers. Seem keen to be anywhere but here. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. Falcon's Nest? Fury, take me. Must we return to that freezing pit of despair? Yes, we must return to that freezing pit of despair. Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there's but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Hello, Power Lord. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we. This quest line, thankfully, does not involve any returning to the Waking Sands. Or the Rising Suns. Or Rising Stones. Really? He seemed in no mood to frolic when I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was, in fact, a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose. And so he returned to Western Coerthus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where we first we found him. Home to his heretic masters, to share with them the intelligence he'd gathered on the city. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. I still don't smell anything. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. Whatever you say, Seer. Inspector, I'm starting to think that Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of her little girl. Sharp as ever, Nashu. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him around to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the matter of a way. Okay. Outside Falcon's Nest, of course, it's outside Falcon's Nest. We just said we were going there, didn't we? So of course it's there. Hey, Bat Vegeta. Yeah, we're having a good stream here. We're helping out a new parent. Yes, that's what we're doing. All right. Hi, Seer. Aha! I knew it. The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. we have so far. Well, we did get attacked by 2 gazebos earlier, but no more since. I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them squarely in the eye and tell them she doesn't want it. Okay. Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, you know, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her Grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The self-same ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father? Ah, what a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Matter. For a reunion of 3 generations of Mattervilles beckons. I really can't be bothered. Oh, let's see. What do we want? Oh yeah, let's use this mount. Because if I have to freeze, then so too the catfish. Yes, yes, indeed. The tracks continue to the north. No. Flat no. The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to his cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. I do believe we found Gigi. And he's not in good shape. Ugh, my head. Who? Oh, it's you. You followed me. Oh, Gigi, if you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you are unharmed. Oh boy, Julian is here too. Ayla's gonna be very, very careful here because, that frying pan hurts. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our geeky. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth on no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from mounds above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for the experience. Thur. Why are you... Are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you lot so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julian. With Julian, yeah. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us? Grandpapa Godbert. Grandpapa Godbert. Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpapa Godbert, grant me life. Make me a real boy. This escalated quickly. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Again with the... Then let us begin. This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbert. Thank you. Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. Byragot, guide my hammer. Oh my. Papa, Hildy, I'm a Manderville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh. Papa Hildy. Gigi. It's okay now, shoot. It's okay. Just so touching, isn't it? It's just so touching. Just an impact right here in the heart. Yes. Now that brings back some memories. Papa Hildy? Oh dear. Who could have done such a thing? By the Fury, it's just like the vase all over again. Miraculously restored to its original form. Gigi, my boy. Upon further consideration, I believe this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this? More manageable. And much more adorable. But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a Mamet? Is that what's been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? Other than the fact that he said so. A Manderville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. But you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, "Nay, I am a Manderville mammoth." Can you do the sparkle? Are you going to do the sparkle? Aww. Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Manderville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that, woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son! Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Ha! It all makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I have been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Or wait, I'm sorry. In honor of Carl. Ha ha! And what's so bloody grand about it? And now we've reached the horror part of the very first line. I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. You're looking resplendent, Julian. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Fury, take me. I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but no, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not, but rules be damned, I'm not risking my life to find out. No, smart men and women do not cross Julian. They do not. They're mad, utterly mad, the whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence I will never understand. Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know a mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth! Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury, take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to your superior, one step at a time, one step at a time. Yeah, he's a mammothist. Yep. Well now. Alright, back to Foundation. Which is good, out of this cold land to less cold place. Indeed, mysterious people. Always mysterious people. Hello, Seer. Right, then. My superiors, having been informed of the mammoth's adoption by House Manderville, as witnessed by House Fortemps, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as GD seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Manderville mammoth, casting about for any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, excuse me, I think it's safe to say there is something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Hi, Nashu. Hi, Seer. Hi, Godbert. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Count and Julian. And I don't know who that was. Alright. Oh, yeah, probably. Okay. Well, I think I will, I was planning to go for longer, but I think I'm getting a little tired there. First day pulling a double stream, so I think what we'll do is we'll just pick up this quest and we'll go ahead and call this and go raid somebody. Seer may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. That you stand here before me is proof that Halone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Aelet, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed, and now missing and presumed dead, knights of the Heavensward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began. Yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. Oh, great. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help we can get, which means, Fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Because, besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth! Mammoth! Yes, Mammoth. Yes, right. Oh, and you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Praise Halone, for the moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't, to 4 Tons Manor. And on that note, we will continue next week, Wednesday night, 10 p.m., with more Hildebrand. And, of course, right now, the current schedule is Monday. We will continue with the New Game Plus run of Horizon Zero Dawn, the story-focused run. And Tuesday is, of course, our, with Carl commentating, we will continue the Disco Elysium stream, and quite possibly not spend all our morale, retire up from after a nervous breakdown, and actually complete day 1. Maybe. And then, yes, Wednesday at 7 will be my next hour of torture with Celeste. At least there should be no more wind. No more wind. And now, on that note, let us see who's live. I guess let's go ahead and raid Tinguris. You guys want to see Genshin, don't you? Try to, yes. Yes, your fault, Zero. Your fault. All your fault. Totally your fault. Okay. All right, and let's start the timer. Three, two, one. Thanks again for coming, everybody.